He had never swum this far in the sea before, and until this morning wasn't sure he could make it. But Mark Ormrod, a former Royal Marine Commando and triple amputee, touched the mainland in Plymouth Sound, having swum 1 kilometre across from Drake's Island.
Mark, mate, we made it.
Yeah, just.
How was it?
That last bit was rough. We got caught, you saw we drifted off quite a bit because of that current and the tide. So you had to swim into it, which was pretty rough. But we made it, so happy days. I can't speak, my jaw's too cold.
The blast in Afghanistan in 2007 should have killed him, but he fought back and chose a new path. In March, while training for a 5-kilometre charity run, footage of his fall and then recovery went viral. It was stark evidence of his determination. And so to his next Everest, the 1-kilometre swim.
We've been training in pretty awful conditions, and as you can see, today couldn't be better. So I've got a great team behind me, literally. I'm motivated, I'm good to go, I'm excited.
Conditions looked perfect as he set off this morning, but he was to encounter unknown obstacles. As one of his support team, fellow Plymouthian and Olympic silver medalist Sharon Davis told us mid-swim.
About 100 yards out of the beach, he got hit with a big jellyfish in the face, so I think that spooked him initially, but unbelievable. And actually quite cheerful and being very rude out there, so we're having good fun doing it.
By his side throughout has been another former Royal Marine, his coach and trainer, Ben Wadham.
I'm proud of the bloke, you know. He's an inspiration to all. He gets me up in the morning, gets me out in the sea and gets me training. So yeah, it's just a joy to know someone that just pushes forward with life.
He's raising money for a cause close to his heart, Reorg, a charity that uses a Brazilian martial art to help former military and emergency service personnel. Throughout his challenges, Mark has proved that with grit, determination and mental fortitude, the overwhelming odds can be defeated. Today, he proved that once again. Even in seawater, his iron will would not rust. John Maguire, BBC News, Plymouth.
Mark, did you at any stage ever think you weren't going to make it?
As soon as I got in the water, I thought I wasn't going to make it. No, and I don't mean that to sound arrogant. I mean that because of the team I got around me. Amazing coaching, amazing support, all around the boat. You know, not just the people in the water, the people that were here, lying in the street, the people in the boats, yourself, everyone. You know, it's. I think when you make something about more than yourself, it gives you that extra motivation to push when things get difficult. And it did get difficult. We drifted way off course and then had to fight against the current to get back on course. But funnily enough, the direction that made me swim in meant that when I came up for a breath, I could actually see everybody for the first time on the shoreline.
Right.
And that was a big boost for me. And that helped me fight through that current and get that final 200 metres.
Because there was a crowd this morning. Of course, it's difficult times. We can't be encouraging crowds, but you could hear them. You had a sense that there were people here to support you.
Absolutely, and I saw them. You know, they were all the way down from this car park, all the way down to here. This one was filled down on the water. It was just amazing.
Brilliant. And another great support comes from the family, of course, as well. Becky, I know you don't like normally talking to us, but come on, give us a word. What about when Mark comes home and says, hey, I've got this idea that I'm going to do X, Y, or Z? What do you say? Keep it clean.
No, someone asked me, like, what's he going to do next? And I'm like, I just don't want to know because I dread to think it'll be something crazy as per normal. But yeah, just keeps pushing himself.
Yeah. Why do you think he does it?
Because he's stupid. No.
Because he raises money.
He
There
does,
you
doesn't
go.
Because he
he?
raises money, Evie. Quite right. Evie, just have a quick word with us. Now, we've seen you. Dad's got a gym set up in the garage, hasn't he? And we've seen you helping him training. What do you think of what he's achieved with his run, with his cycling, with his swimming?
Has he done good?
He's done good at everything.
Thank
Done
you.
good at everything. Absolutely right. And Mason, I don't know. Are you a good swimmer?
Yeah.
You're good, aren't you, mate?
You can swim all right. What do you think about Dad's swimming?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect, is it? Thank you, mate.
And you swim in the sea?
Yeah.
So you know how different it is in the sea to the pool.
We're going to, aren't we, in half term?
Yeah.
Do some
Do
jet
that.
skiing and some sea swimming.
That sounds really good. And Dad's technique is amazing. Just the one arm. Have you ever tried to do it with just one arm?
Yeah, it's really hard as well.
It is really hard, isn't it? Mark, we had a little chat with you earlier on when you first came out of the water about what's next. I dread to ask, really. Sometimes I think you just make it up and then you make it happen. But what is next?
First of all, I don't make any of this. Ben does it all,
Ben
my
does it all.
coach.
Ben Wadham.
And he has strongly suggested a 100-mile bike ride from North Devon, finishing back here in Plymouth. But hopefully, you know, conditions permitting, we can bring a load of people with us on that. You know, people that want to push themselves a little bit, want to get involved, want to join a different kind of community, and we can show them what it's like to bond through shared hardship, you know, because it'll be a difficult ride and people will struggle, but that's where those connections are made, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, proving not only to yourself but to others that almost what seems impossible is possible, right?
Exactly, and especially if you've got the support around you.
Yeah. What was your total, your Just Giving total for reorg before you started this morning, do you know?
279,000.
Pretty good.
I think, yeah.
Quite impressive. Do you want to know what it is now?
I would love to know, yeah.
Any guesses?
How much do you reckon Daddy's saved it with?
You think it's gone over 300,000 yet? What do you think, mate?
Oh, come on!
Yeah,
Where's that confidence gone?
I think it might be over, like, maybe just around 400,000.
It's
That'd be nice.
I'll tell you what, we're not far off. 373,000.
That's awesome.
Wow.
We're gonna- £373,000. That's a lot. That's £100,000.
It probably felt like you did that many strokes coming across the water this morning, didn't it?
Oh my God, yeah. It was rough. It was rough coming across, but you know, thinking about that total going up with every stroke was one of the things that helped push me on. You know.
Yeah. Reorg, a charity that helps former servicemen and women and emergency services as well. So a great cause. Congratulations. Well done to the whole family.
Thank you.
And to your whole support crew. Brilliant
John.
effort. Incredible to see.